And that's what I just realized about the music industry. They tried to make it seem like all of those years that Nicki Minaj was able to garner her success, it was because there was no females. There was a drought on females. Like, there was no female rappers that could freaking rap. No, the problem is the labels didn't want to put the money into it, just like they stopped putting money into R&B. But just because we don't have a lot of R&B doesn't mean that we don't have people out there that are great R&B artists. For example, when they mentioned who was the king of R&B, and Jacquees, whatever his name is, when he tried to say that he was the king of R&B, all of the old heads and other people spoke out and said, "Oh no, you're not the king just because you're in the market right now because you were able to break in." That's the same way I look at it when we look at female rap and Nicki Minaj. It's not that we didn't have women rapping. We still had women rapping. We still had underground rappers. We still had girls in the hood still freestyling. How you think Cuban Doll and all these young girls is rapping? Because girls been rapping. Girls been rapping before Nicki Minaj. But unfortunately, Nicki Minaj's fan base is so young, they don't grasp this concept. Even the ones that are older now, that grew up under her, they still don't grasp the concept. Before Nicki Minaj, there were the Princess and Diamond, Nuck If You Buck. There was Lil Mama. There was other girls. It's just that the music industry didn't want to put the money into female rappers unless there was something that they could really sell. And at that time, sex was able to sell. Yes, that's how Nicki was able to break through. And she had Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had his own label, was forming his own group, so he could pretty much do what he wanted to do, what he wanted to do at the time. He didn't have to depend on the label like other girls would have had to depend on. But now the time has changed. It's easy for girls to break through, and that's why we have so many girls breaking through. And it's not because of Nicki Minaj. People, she held female rap down by herself for 10 years. First of all, your math is incorrect. She dropped the album in 2010. She started being features in 2009. This is 2019. That makes 10 years. Nicki ain't ran female rap ever since 2016. Actually, when Remy Ma got out and started winning awards. Won an award 2016, then Cardi came 2017, 2018, here we are in 2019. So Nicki had a good six years. Good 6 or something years, and I'm not even going to try to count. But what I do know is the music industry is what forced those record labels, not the public, not the people who actually consume the music. The record label spoke for the consumers and said, hey, we're not putting money into this female rap unless certain criteria were met. And if they felt that she was going to bring a whole lot of money, if they didn't feel you were going to bring a whole lot of money and they're using their own judgment, that doesn't mean that there were no female artists that was qualified. Because when Nicki came out, she got murdered by that rapper girl named Keys when it was on YouTube. So those are the facts. It was the record industry. It wasn't the people that said we don't want to listen to female rap. We don't value female rap. We've always valued female rap. Female rap has been around since the beginning of rap. Females always rapped and freestyle. When I was growing up, I rapped and freestyle. We had other rappers, Gangsta Boo, all different type of genres. You didn't have to be a great lyricist in terms of just selling music back in the day. We had Mia X. We had, what was that other girl name? I can't even think of the other girls. China White. All those other type of female rappers. They all had their own lane. and they weren't considered great lyricists. That was only the New York. New York was the only state that felt like if you were to rap, you got to be this great lyricist, MC. And the music industry is about entertainment. It's not all about bars and all of that. Yeah, that matters if you're talking about a battle and a rap competition. But if we're just talking about people being entertained, listening to music, there's plenty of female artists that I can think of that wasn't considered very lyrical. Hell, even the girl from Chicago, that the group from Chicago, Psychodrama, they had a female in there, Nooses. I can't pronounce it right, but she was even, I was influenced even by her. So these young people that's in their 20s, their late 20s, mid 20s, they don't have the comprehension because they didn't live through the history of hip hop as much as I have. Now I was born in the 80s, the early 80s, 81. So I grew up in a very important era of hip hop. I grew up in an era where, you know, hip hop was just really taking off. And I remember Yo-Yo and Queen Latifah and Left Eye. You know, rap is just a form of expression. You just expressing yourself. Because if you look at the history of rap, how rap even became a thing, when you look back at our history of music, you'll see that originally it was singers and it was musicians. And that's how black people were breaking through to gain some success. You had to have some type of skill, whether you boxed, if you was a singer, if you was a boxer, a singer, a musicianist, or whatever how you say it. I know I said that all the way wrong. Pianoist, whatever, played the drums, whatever. But rap came from those kids rap came from those kids that wanted to express themselves, say what's on their mind, and break into the music industry. Now the thing about it is, it didn't matter about how great your flow and how great your bars and all that was. The point was the basic foundation of rap is rhyming like a poet, writing things that rhyme, that express what's on your mind, whether it's your living conditions, whether it's the condition of society, whether it's the condition of your neighborhood or whatever. That was your avenue to express yourself. And I understand, you know, when someone wanted to be called a great MC, they had to battle for it. And that's where battle rap came. People actually stood on a stage and rapped against each other and battled for the title. We're not living in that time where people are actually doing that. People fall out over petty things and then they start dissing each other. That's not what rap beef, why beef originally started. Rap beef simply was somebody was saying, I'm the better rapper, I'm the best MC, and then they were challenged. And the people made the decision.